How long does a vaccine last, and is it different for different providers? Which vaccines are permitted for people aged 16 and below? When is the pandemic over? You tell me. What's the real agenda? The real agenda is to get you safe and vaccinated. This is Todd Gillespie. I'm a healthcare reporter at Bloomberg News. Earlier, I asked loads of you on Instagram to send in your questions about the coronavirus vaccines, and we got hundreds of questions, so thank you so much for sending all of them in. And now I'm going to answer them, so listen up. Can you still spread COVID after being vaccinated? And the answer to that is yes, possibly. It'll be much less likely, and no vaccine is 100% effective. But don't go around thinking that you're invincible straight away. Most scientists are still working out how transmission works, even among people who have been vaccinated already. Which is the best vaccine to take? Now, the short answer to that is that there isn't one. All of these vaccines approved in major countries have been vetted by top scientists and health experts, so don't be a vaccine snob. One thing also to remember is that clinical trial efficacies aren't always comparable between vaccines, so time will still tell how well these vaccines perform in the real world. Another thing you should bear in mind is that the CDC in the US says that the flu jab, one of the most common types of vaccines that's delivered, is normally only between 40 to 60% effective. So remember that when you hear stats between 60, 70, 80, 90% efficacy. All of these vaccines are really effective already, so don't let those numbers put you off getting one. Are there long-term side effects? So the short answer to this is you'll probably feel a little bit nauseous and maybe a little bit tired for a few days after getting vaccinated. And that's really normal. That happens with a lot of vaccines, happens with a lot of medication. But the WHO, the World Health Organization, says that these symptoms should really only probably last a few days. There have been some concerns, especially in Europe, about the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine and potential link to blood clots. But these signs are still going under rigorous testing and evaluation.
Our conclusion is that these clotting disorders are very rare side effects of the vaccine.
And if we then put that into the context of the overall benefits of the vaccine, then the benefits outweigh the risks.
Will the vaccines change my DNA? The answer to that is absolutely not. No coronavirus vaccine exists that can get inside your nucleus and change the really complex coding that exists there. So there's no need to worry about that. When will teenagers and children get the vaccine? And the answer to that is it could be soon, but it really depends on which country you live in and which supplies are available. Some of the major drug makers are already testing this on young teenagers and children. Some preliminary studies from Pfizer have already said that it's 100% effective in young teenagers, and AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson and Moderna are already also testing their vaccine on younger populations. Will the vaccines be enough to bring us back to normal? Most people are betting so, but remember, vaccines will only help us get back to normal if everyone takes them. So make sure to share this video with your friends and family, and maybe it will answer some of their concerns if they're reticent about taking the vaccine. So I hope I answered some of your questions about the COVID vaccines. If you'd like to stay up to date on all of the latest virus news, follow us on Quicktake and Bloomberg.